is Wednesday, the 18th of September, and these are the charts today. Well, FOMC day today caused a lot of volatility. The markets ended up negative, which is not a surprise to me. I would have expected a bit of a sell the news type thing. But interest rates were cut 50%, 50 cents, 50%, I'm sorry, 0.50. And that was more than a lot of people were anticipating. So we'll just have to see what tomorrow brings. A lot of times we get a market go the opposite direction the day after when things come down a little bit. So let's see if the market goes up tomorrow. And it is late here. I'm just getting back, and I just wanted to investigate what the futures are doing. Right now, as we speak, they're up, if this is possible. It looks like 235 and 48 and a half, a huge after-hours spike up. Perhaps it's time for tomorrow. It should be. Those are real-time futures. 242 and 50. So a massive move up in futures. Should be a great start tomorrow. We'll see where it is in the morning. For now, I'm going to take a look at some of the stocks that I thought had good days today. APLT exploded from 454 to 841 and finished 812. Up a massive 74% of 52.5 million. I'd call that breakout time. We knew it, but it's got a beautiful chart, and it has been in one. Now, if you can take out the spike high we saw back in back on in February, which was up around 564. I'm sorry, that's not correct. 939. If we take that out, we could very well get into the low teens. Bausch Lomb recently talked about, I believe the company may be sold, and you can see that breakaway gap and a sharp run up is taking this stock from 17 to 21 very rapidly, finishing 20. But more importantly, breaking out of a big, beautiful one-year base pattern. And probably going to test the spike high here around 21.95. We may get that tomorrow morning. If it gets through that, you're in new all-time high territory. That could be interesting. BYRN, a tech trader swing, finally broke out of his little 4-day pennant and popped $1.18 or 7.5%, almost a million traded. And if it gets up through this line, I wouldn't be shocked to see a stock go 23.4. 20 and 23.4 are your targets. Cmpo, which has been a phenomenal chart today, exploded through the top of the channel and is accelerating with a jump of $1.26 or 10% on 3.5 million. Big volume for that stock, and we may see the follow through to the mid-teens. CYH broke out as well. This is the highest level achieved since about a year and a half. The near-term target would be a test of this spike high at around 640.50 as early as maybe tomorrow. And then we'll look at 8.25, where the early 23 high occurred. GCI, what a beautiful base, breakout, pullback, and now you can see where it's run right back up to the high. But I have a feeling we're going to see $7 in the stock. HAIN, long-term downtrend, base, breakout, and a wedge. Today the wedge broke. It popped 67 cents or 8.3%. If it gets to 9.25, my next target, I'm looking at 10, 11, and 12. LASE, one of our old swings, I think it's a current swing actually. Pop, falling wedge, pop, a little wedge, and then another pop, and we're at the high. Extension says 12 is coming. Monster day for LUNR on a monster contract for NASA. The stock gapped and ran and broke out of this entire wedge we've been talking about for 6 weeks now, with 161 million shares. Now it did pull way back from 895 to pull back and close at 755. We're still up 215 on, as I said, monster volume of 161 million, heaviest in its history. Could lead to more upside if it's into the gap, but there is a gap here to fill. It just about got to it today. So let's see what it does. If there's a follow through, we may see $12 on a swing. OMIC, this is now 4 days in a row the stock has gone ballistic after breaking out with a big gap, but it went right to my target, triple top. I would be very skeptical about this stock up here. Be careful. PRTG with a huge move, I believe, after hours. Yeah, well, it moved this morning big time, and then rallied to a nominal high before backing off. But after hours, it firmed up again. So net on the day, if you look at the daily bar, it literally went from 490 to 23, back all the way to 12 and change, up 759, 167% gain on volume of almost 60 million shares. breaking out of a massive multi-year downtrend. This is one of those reverse split biotechs. If it is going to extend, we might see the stock make a bigger move, but the pullback has me skeptical. We may need to consolidate. Swing trade RNA finally broke out of a long coil that it's been in for several couple months now. It looks to me like it closed up through the 50, out of the pattern. I'd be looking for a quick move to 47.5 to 49 range, and then we'll see if secondary target can be reached in mid-50s. SPRY also a tech trader swing with a nice pop out of a 2-day, 3-day flag. I'm looking out for a retest of the 16 range. WGS, yet another tech trader swing. Way back in here, did very well, broke out and flagged for a week, and today it popped again. My targets at 43 and 47. XCUR after hours went ballistic. An explosive move that took it literally from, you ready for this, 230 to 7, almost a triple, just about a triple. And 5-way move and then long coil. So watch this one tomorrow for a follow through to get it up to 7 or 8 again. And finally, ZURA. I'll show you this little inverse head and shoulders that formed. I think the rounding base, or whatever you want to call this base pattern, may be breaking. Watch this tomorrow above 458, because if it does, we may see 5.5, we may see 6.5. It's one of those stocks. And Lime today at 3.2 million, it was huge for this stock, the biggest since last March. And that's it tonight from yours truly at thetechtrader.com. I'll talk to you in the morning, and I shall be there. Be there or be square, as they say. Good night, all.